Hello everyone, I'm meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 3 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got a woman who tried to drive to the border. Didn't quite make it though. Had a little bit of a crash. Are asking for your help in identifying. Now, Beaufort police say the hit and run happened around midnight Saturday at the Taco Bell on Live Oak Street. Police today released a surveillance photo of the woman with the hopes that you can identify her. Anyone who knows who the woman is should call Beaufort Police at 252-728-4561. And now we want to turn to the No Kings rallies that happened over the weekend. NBC's Ryan Nobles has more.
From Los Angeles to Atlanta to Chicago and in the nation's capital, organizers say more than 5 million Americans poured into the streets under the banner of No Kings, with the goal of sending President Donald Trump a message about the direction of his administration.
I didn't expect to be fighting fascism in my 50s.
The protest, a response to the administration's decision to host a grand military parade in Washington in honor of the Army's 250th birthday, which just happened to coincide with President Trump's birthday. Trump telling the crowd the day was about America's fighting force.
Every other country celebrates their victories. It's about time America did too.
The parade crowds were moderate amid intermittent rain and intense security all around the route, with those there calling the event a success.
It's patriotic. It's amazing.
But that celebration was juxtaposed by a mass mobilization in other parts of the country.
We just feel like that our democracy is in danger.
Protesters in thousands of demonstrations nationwide accusing President Trump of attempting to amass too much power and targeting innocent people in the administration's sweeping mass deportation program.
Well, we haven't had a king since 1776. We want to keep it that way.
Though largely peaceful, police say one person died when gunfire erupted at a protest in Salt Lake City, while in some others, demonstrators clashed with law enforcement. More than 30 were arrested in Denver. And in Los Angeles, after days of tension and conflict, police accusing protesters of throwing rocks, bottles, and fireworks at officers. The city's downtown area remains under an 8 p.m. curfew as police attempt to keep the peace.
And again, that was Ryan Nobles reporting. We now turn our attention to your forecast, as today is a first alert weather day. We've got thunderstorms rolling across eastern North Carolina, but doing so at a fairly slow pace. Let's zoom the picture in on a couple of these concern spots here. Right now, this is what we've seen over the past hour. A lot of the action that we're seeing is moving from the west-northwest to the east-southeast, slowly working its way across eastern North Carolina. Of course, the Outer Banks had some stronger thunderstorms just about an hour ago moving overhead. Those thunderstorms have since weakened and moved off the coast. Now we're tracking that line of storms working its way south of Aurora, down across Pamlico County. Oriental starting to get more into the mix. Minnesota Beach as well. New Bern, some strong thunderstorms, but that boundary front that we're seeing extend down ahead of that system again right now rolling through Havelock. For those of you in Havelock, southern Craven County, you got a strong gust of wind heading right through your neck of the woods as we speak right now. Let's turn our attention a little bit further back towards the west, towards Duplin County and even Lenoir County, where a large thunderstorm is really starting to really develop and blossom just south of Kinston. We also have another thunderstorm right now between Fayetteville and Dunn that is working its way across Sampson County. We'll be moving into eastern North Carolina a little bit later on this evening. Also keeping an eye on that thunderstorm over Wilson County. It's stuck around long enough to prompt a flash flood warning for portions of Wilson and even Nash counties. Let's take a look at your flood watch. Includes all of eastern North Carolina. This will remain in effect until 2 a.m. early tomorrow morning. So again, flooding is going to be the main concern moving forward. But again, do have that flash flood warning in effect for Edgecombe, Johnston, Nash, and Wilson counties. That will be in effect until 5:15 later on this evening. Air temperatures hot and toasty for those who haven't seen a lot of rain so far today. 91 in Jacksonville, 90 in Kinston. Flip that coin. You've got 77 degrees in New Bern, Stumpy Point, as well as Manio. 76 in Swan Quarter, as well as Rocky Mount. Again, those areas have seen rain roll through. Humidity, though, largely unchanged. The atmosphere remains very humid, so through the next several hours, we'll continue to track those showers and storms as they progress southward towards the Crystal Coast. Some of those showers and storms could turn severe. Later on tonight, once we get to around 9 to 10 p.m., we're going to be tracking another weak boundary moving in from the west. This will be a system strong enough to give us another round of rain, but our severe weather chances much higher right now than what they will be once we get to around 9, 10, and 11 p.m. later on tonight. So tonight's storm system, again, will only add insult to injury in terms of flooding, but will largely not impact all of eastern North Carolina, and we will largely avoid any sort of severe thunderstorm activity early tomorrow morning. That is good news. We will have some more storms popping up tomorrow afternoon to tomorrow evening. Those will be heat-driven showers and storms fading away as we head towards 11 p.m. And then we finally get a cold front through the east late Thursday evening into Thursday night. That will bring with it a better opportunity for thunderstorms late Thursday night, and that'll carry over into your Friday morning. That will hopefully stabilize the atmosphere, but unfortunately will lead to some warmer temperatures as we head through the upcoming weekend. 92 degrees on Saturday, 94 on Sunday, 95 on both Monday and Tuesday of next week. Well, that's all we have time for today's 3 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather right here on the First Alert Desk coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day.